Can you imagine Sheldon without Amy? Actor Jim Parsons didn't want to, and he's explained why he was willing to fight for her character. Among the many standout characters on The Big Bang Theory is Amy, played by Mayim Bialik, who was introduced in the Season 3 finale as a viable love interest for Sheldon Cooper.
Now, before this goes any further, you should know that all forms of physical contact up to and including coitus are off the table.
Robotic and blunt, Amy turns out to not just be one of the only characters who can match Sheldon's freak, but she also proves vital to softening Sheldon up and turning him into a slightly kinder, slightly healthier person.
Amy, I'd like to apologize. Your accomplishment was impressive, and I'm proud of you.
Although Penny, played by Kaylee Cuoco, is probably the biggest catalyst for Sheldon's growth over the series, the importance of Amy for Sheldon's character arc can't be overstated. Still, her role in the series was very nearly cut short. Bialik said in a 2022 interview, "After my episode in the Season 3 finale, I literally thought my character might never come back. There was some negative attention when I joined the cast because some people held Sheldon very near and dear to them and didn't want him to change or become a cheesy boyfriend.
Additionally, I'm being blackmailed with a hidden dirty sock."
If that was slang, I'm unfamiliar with it.
Writer-showrunner Stephen Malaro elaborated on this in the same interview, saying, "We in the writer's room were into it, but we didn't know where it was going to go. But we went into it like we do with all additions to the show and all the characters. We're hopeful and trying to do our best to make it grow into something better and interesting." That was one of those that obviously did, but it took a little while to shake off the female Sheldon description and let her become her own person.
Oh, it's a tiara! A tiara! I have a tiara! Put it on me, 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 put it on me.
Amy very much did become her own person throughout the series, evolving to become a more beloved and interesting character. A lot of this wouldn't have happened without the help of Jim Parsons, who played Sheldon. Parsons explained, "At some point in Season 4, I don't know if something caused it or not, I remember saying I will not let this character go without a fight. That was notable for me, only in that I almost never disagreed with the writers, but at some point I felt a certain way about working with Mayim that I was like, if for whatever reason we seemed to be weaning her off of this show as a character, I would go and talk to them." When Amy was upgraded to a series regular in Season 4, the decision took Bialik by surprise. She said, "The week that I was offered a regular contract, I had told my manager, I think this is my last episode. I think they're done with me and have done all they want to do with my character." Instead, it turned out they were just getting started. Parsons explained, "I know at the audition they said they needed a female version of Sheldon, basically, but that's untenable long term. There was no choice but to evolve the character."
Dear Amy, self-respect and a hymen are better than friends and fun. Love, Mom.
Sure enough, Amy's initial female Sheldon persona turned out to be a misdirect. Yes, she really was that nerdy and awkward at first, but unlike Sheldon, she had a strong, genuine desire to connect with other people. Once she got herself an actual friend group, especially with Penny and Bernadette, she proved herself to be a bit of a social butterfly, at least by Sheldon's standards. Sure, she sometimes uses Penny as an unwitting test subject in her experiments, but she's still more emotionally intelligent than Sheldon.
So I hightailed it over here to pick up the pieces of your broken heart.
For Parsons, a big key to Amy's success was not just the writer's willingness to evolve her into someone more interesting, but in the way they didn't wait until the last minute to introduce her. He said in the interview, "The writers did not let the well run dry before they were like, oh God, should we adopt a kid? Should we bring in a monkey? You know what I mean? They plugged these people in to see what was going to work and how it would work, and I thought it was genius." In most other shows, the seemingly asexual Sheldon getting a girlfriend is something the writers would wait until much later to throw in. If they had, the storyline would have felt like a desperate attempt to keep the show fresh. Instead, The Big Bang Theory threw Amy into the show right in the middle of the series' strongest years, projecting confidence and earning some much-needed goodwill from those viewers who were skeptical about a Sheldon romance storyline. By the time Big Bang Theory ended in Season 12, it was hard to believe there was ever a time where Amy wasn't around.
I can't imagine loving you more than I do right now.